Hello, all you cool cats and kittens out there. I am Mr. Kiley with Martial Arts America Team Navarre. This is going to be your junior adult advanced class. Those are currently red belts or red black red belts or red black belts, or potentially black belts, just getting some extra training, which is very much encouraged, or potentially some intermediate belts that want to take a step up and kind of step their game up a little bit, and all should be okay with that. You're going to learn these forms eventually anyway, so it's okay to learn them now too. We're going to be working on reviewing some of the stuff we worked on Tuesday. We're going to review the balance test and kind of the balance. We're going to kind of get into that mode because that's coming up next week. We're going to work on some of the challenges we've gone over on Tuesday and see where we are with that, and hopefully we're staying consistent with that, as well as relearning and sharpening up and speeding up more so that samurai set and some of the kicks going into our kick combinations coming up in the near future. Okay, so, and that's kind of the goal and the outline for the class and the framing of the classes from week to week, is we hopefully to come in on Monday or Tuesday and then kind of go over and isolate all the different goals for that week, and then as the week progresses into the second class for that week, we revisit all the things we worked on the previous class, but we sharpen them up and we speed them up, because it's kind of hard to perform something if you're still kind of learning it and understanding it. So we hopefully on the first class of the week come in and we kind of get the movements down, we get the pattern down, so we come in the second time, we can really perform it and speed it up and execute it like it will be at a graduation or a tournament or something of that extent. Okay, because when we're learning it, we don't learn it at which the pace we would perform it at. So I want to make sure we get a little bit of both from week to week. Okay, and feet together. Bow. Let us begin. Very good. Come on down. Okay, we're going to stretch out first. So I want to make sure your legs, we kind of worked on splits first. Let's kind of see where we are with that, all right? Take your legs out. Okay, we're working our splits here. So your body's up nice and tall. Okay, you're taking your legs out as wide as you can, keeping your chest up, your chin up, your shoulders rolled back nice and strong. You know, to the left side. Make sure it's your whole body leaning. You're not just leaning your hands, you're not just reaching this way, you're leaning your body forward. Good. And switch sides. When you stretch forward, make sure your body leans. Okay, again, you're trying to pull your body forward, extend your hands out as far as you can. As you're doing this, make sure your body isn't fading down. You're actually trying to push and roll. Good. Everything forwards. I'm trying to reach out. I'm trying to bring my chest as far out in front of me as I can. I'm trying to reach my hands as far out in front of me with control as I can. That puts all the stretch you need to on the insides of the legs. To help you do the full split a little bit better. Very good. Grab your legs, slide back. Ooh, very good. Let's go heels toes touching, just like this. Stretch out the insides a little bit differently. Push them down. Very good. Left leg out, stretch down, try to grab your toes. Make sure you're not bending your knee in order to grab those toes. Make sure you're just grabbing the toes. Good, or you can be here. Either one's fine. But again, we're trying to avoid this bowing motion. We're trying to keep our chest up, and you're trying to then roll and lean your body forward. Switch. Both legs to the front, shake it out. Excellent. Stretch forward. Very good. And all the way up. Let's get our body moving a little bit. Okay, we're going to work on our coordination too. We're going to work jumping jacks. We're going to do 10 jumping jacks together as a team. Stay with me. Don't try to beat me. I know you guys will because you're super fast, but try to stay with me. Ready? 10 jumping jacks. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Okay, next thing we're going to kind of work on some coordination with your jumping jacks. So instead of your feet going out and in, okay, your feet are going to go back and forth like this. So let's work on the feet first, okay? Step back with your left foot. Right foot's in the front. You're going to kind of stay on the balls of your feet like you're sparring. You're just going to jump and switch feet. So it's going to look like that. Okay, just a little bitty hop in the switching of the feet. And do it again. Very good. Keep your body facing the front. Now do 2 in a row. Ready, go. Very good. Okay, this time we're going to add our hands in. And all you do is your hands stay the same. Okay, just like a normal jumping jack. Your feet are just swapping and switching. Okay, so from here, hands are down. One foot behind the other. As you switch your feet, just bring your hands up and leave them there. Ready, go. And then as you switch your feet, pull your hands back to the starting position. Ready, go. Now do 2 in a row so they go up and they go down. Ready, go. 1, 2. Do it again. 1, 2. Now we're going to try to keep going all the way to 10. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Okay, we are going to kind of warm up the second part of class with preparing for our balance test next week. It's going to be a whole week to get ready for it, but we're going to start getting ready for it now, okay? So that especially for advanced belts, okay, you guys have a high number of kicks, right? You're very close to that balance board already. You're at that 80 number or 90 number for your stripe. And so a lot of times, even though you've done this test over and over, and you're very good at it to this point, it's not necessarily the balance, okay, at the belt you guys are that gets in the way of you guys and your stripe. A lot of times it's your leg getting tired. We all have very good balance. To me, sometimes good when your legs are fresh. But as your leg starts to get tired, not even so much the kicking leg, but the leg that's standing on the ground, as it starts to get tired, it gets really hard to keep good technique and keep a good strong frame, okay, as it starts to fatigue. And so we're trying to make sure now that we're not just relearning how to do those kicks properly, we're also working out. Because at this point, I don't have to teach you how to do balance kicks. You know how to do that and you're really good at it. I'm very proud of you for getting there. Now it is training your brain and training your body to push through that sore moment when your leg starts to get tired and kind of mentally push through, keeping strong technique as it starts to fatigue. So we're going to work on that together. We're going to condition our legs together, okay? We're going to find something you can, good, whether you bring it to you or you go over into the room and see and just grab onto it. I'll try to speak loud if you're kind of moving further from the TV or the phone. But find something you can put near you so you're still working on your balance, but it's there just in case you start to lose it. Because right now, volume is what we need, which means a lot. We're trying to get a high number of kicks to try to fatigue that leg and wake it up a little bit. All right, so we're going to start with 10, nice and slow, just revisiting proper technique. You're going to take whichever way. I'm going to kick this way, so in case you're using your right leg, you can also face towards me. That's perfectly fine. Okay, we're going to take in your opposite hand goes on the item that it is. If it's it can be a stool or a chair or a bed frame or a little brother or sister, whatever it needs to be. Okay, take your foot and just point it that way and lean onto it. You have a slight lean to your body. Okay, you take the leg you're going to kick with, you pull it up, point that knee where you're going. Okay, and then with me, ready? We're going to go to 10 and go. 1, 2, I'm going slow. You got to go slow. 3, 4, 5, 6, Jaden, slow down. 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to go to 20. I'm going to speed up just a little bit with every set that we do, but we're not going warp speed. Okay, because by going slower, you're keeping your leg up for longer, so you're working that leg out. You're revisiting how to warm those muscles up and how to strengthen them for the task at hand. All right, pick your leg up. 20 this time. Ready? Hands up. Again, my hand is on the chair, but the chair is not in charge of holding me up. It's here just in case, just so I can worry and focus less on the balance part. But there's very little. Nothing's happening if I take my hand off the chair. That should be your goal. Ready? And 20 of them. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Very good. Okay, I'm going to switch sides just so you can see it from a different angle. You don't have to switch sides if you don't want to. You can stay on that dominant side leg is fine. Okay, we're doing 30 this time. Okay, we're going slow. And the last one, we're going to hold it out. Good, for several seconds. Let's say 5 seconds so we can challenge ourselves even more. Ready? Chamber it up. Good, no breaks. And keep that front hand nice and tall. You can lean your body backwards. That's fine. But your eyes and your head needs to stay in one spot. Okay, your body and your balance follows your head. So if you're looking around, if you're moving your eyes around, your balance is constantly changing spaces. Okay, so instead, keep it in one location. All right, hands up and 30 of them. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 24, 25, 26, 27. Hold the last one. 28, 29. Ready? Kick it. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put it down. Oh, check it out. That's awesome. So I would do those consistently at least once a day between now and all through next week so that as your leg is kind of strengthened and warmed up and conditioned so that when you go for that high number of balance kicks, then you can your body will do that for you. It'll help you out there. Because again, I know you know how to do balance kicks, but it's also been 3 months since we've done it, which is an eternity. Okay, and then it's also not just the balance we're having to revisit, it's you having to strengthen those legs to the point where you can handle that. Okay, and get that number you're searching for. Okay, so now we're going to work on samurai set a little bit. We're going to speed up what we did on Tuesday. We're not going to be in a hurry. We're just going to start to tie the moves together and work on making them individual movements into combinations, which will help your brain remember them a little bit better. Okay, so feet together. I'm going to turn away from you, just like you're behind me in class, and bow. So about to say martial arts, America, samurai, set, step back, hands up, ayah! Remember the beginning is just like earth form, so take your time with it. Back fist, Kimai side punch, looping back fist. Notice how my head stays low from the Kimai through the looping. Spin, back fist, good. Punch, back leg round. Boom, set it in front. Very good. Double switch of your feet, courage. Keep your hips facing the front at this moment. So after the round kick, don't completely turn sideways. Square your body up. Point the knot of your belt where we're going, okay? Switch feet twice. Your back leg does the axe kick, and you set it right back where you got it. Axe kick, put it right back down. Grab with your right hand, step back with the right foot, turn to the right. Everything's going to be all right in this case. Separate punch with the left hand. Then turn, high block, punch with the right hand, okay? Stand up. Double switch of your feet again. 1, 2, right back to where they started. Step with your right foot, and then you're going to kick with the left foot, doing that axe kick, but landing it in front. Step, kick, set it in front. So I can then step forward and turn around facing away from the camera. So your back is to me right now, just for a little bit, okay? For one quick combination. Back's to me, left hand does a back fist, pivot, right hand does a punch, keep pivoting, right leg does a back leg round kick, and you set it in front. So now you can turn your head to the left and see me still, right? There I am. Okay, now from here, take your left foot and you're going to sneak it behind your right foot. But notice how, and I'll show you from the side, I don't lean. You're stepping behind your foot, but you're not leaning onto it. Okay, this right leg, the one's in the back behind you, it keeps all the weight. Your left foot crosses behind, but just a little bit, just to go ahead and position your foot there. Good. Hands cross, hands pull. Okay, now from here, you pivot to face the front, step back with that right foot. Boom. Okay? So all I really did with that left foot was take a step. When we speed this part up, it makes more sense because you go left step, right step. Okay, you're backing up 2 steps. Back foot, oh, I'm sorry, here, ready? You're going to take your hand. Your left hand comes over your shoulder. Your right hand's going to serve it up and chop, chop. Good, left hand's over the shoulder, right hand's chopping. As your right hand comes back to your chin, your left hand chops out. Boom. And then your left hand's going to push the punch and parry it down underneath you as your right hand pivots and does a punch over the top of that hand. Here. It's hard to see that when you're looking at my back. So you're here. Your left hand's over your shoulder as your right hand does a chop. And then you switch them, chop. And then you push this one down and punch with this one. Boom. So a little bit faster with me. Ready? Underneath, even, over the top. That's with your right hand. Right hand goes under, even it out. Right hand goes over into an inverted punch, okay? So we're all still going this way. Boom. Back leg round. Now for the super exciting part of this form, which is these 4 wheel kicks that we all love doing. Good. So we're going to walk ourselves through it again. Okay, ready? So again, we're going to go as if you're looking at a clock. Good. If you have 3 o'clock right here, and then 6 o'clock, and then 9 o'clock, and then noon or midnight. Okay, those are the angles of the kicks. The first kick goes to the right corner of the room, the right side of the room. Good. And then the second kick goes behind you to the back of the room. The next kick goes that way to the left side of the room. And the last kick goes to the front of the room. Okay? So we're here, just like we just did our round kick. Our weight's on that right foot. You're going to turn to the left. Okay? I turn to the left. I swing to the left. That left foot does a wheel kick. It's okay to start that wheel kick down nice and low until you get comfortable and then you can get it up higher. Okay? So we'll turn, wheel kick, boom, set it behind you. That's one of the trickiest parts of this form as you're doing it is making sure you don't land it in front. Land it behind you. Okay, so my left foot's in the back behind me. My right foot's in the front facing this way, facing to the right. So I'm going to kick with this left foot again, but this time I'm going to turn to the left towards like the back of the room. So I'm looking at you, and you're looking. I should be looking at your back right now. If I look to you, because our backs are both going that way. Your left foot, swing, hit it, put it behind you. So now you're facing completely to the back of the room. Good. It's almost if I'm behind you now. Good. And then we're going to turn over our left shoulder and kick with our left foot again. Turn, swing it. Good. So now we're completely going that way. Last one, you're going to spin and kick with your left foot to the front of the room. Spin, kick the front of the room, put it down, set it here. So now this is actually the only one that lands in the front. So your left knee's in the front, right knee's down, right hand does a punch to finish it off. That part's kind of tricky, and that's okay. Again, if that part's giving you a lot of problems, a lot of challenges, that's completely fine. This is the hardest part of the form. It's one of the trickier parts of all the forms we do. And to this point, you've done a great job learning as much of the form as we've learned. So don't fixate and focus on the 10% of the form that's giving you a challenge. Work on it, improve it, but I don't want you to think that just because that part's giving you a challenge, that this whole form is challenging. You're doing a great job with the rest of the form. We just need to spend a little extra time improving this part. Then again, I can tell you, you can ask any black belt, they all struggled and had challenges when first learning this movement because it is very tricky and it requires a lot of focus and a lot of technique. Okay, so if it's giving you problems, join the club. We're here for you. Okay, so we're going to do the form one more time, slowing it down, combining it together. All right, step back, hands up. All right, so samurai set. Ready? Back fist, step into it. Kimai side punch, loop, spin, punt, back fist, punch, back leg round, set it in front. Double switch of your feet. 1, 2. Axe kick, set it back behind you. Grab with that right hand, which is that front hand. Step back to the right. Turn, left hand, punches down. Turn back to the front, high block with that left hand, open hand. Make sure those fingers are tight though. Pivot, punch. Very good. Stand back up, left foot's in the front this time. Double switch of your feet. Step, axe kick with that left foot again, but land in the front this time. Step forward and turn around. Good, away from the danger. Back fist, we're going to the back wall this time. Back fist, punch, back leg, round kick, sneak your foot behind. It's a scoot, it's a little sneaky little move of your feet. After you finish the round kick, you'll almost hop onto it. And then lightly put this foot down behind it, okay? And then block, pull down, step back with that right foot. Those ones with all the weight on it. And then you will chop, block, punch. Okay, back leg round, almost there. Again, turn to the left. Go turn to the left and wheel. Boom, and then left foot sneaks behind you is the hard part. Hands are up, make sure you lean away from the kick. Good, turn over the left shoulder, away from me towards the back wall. Spin the left foot, swing it. Good, put it behind you. And then we're going to keep spinning to the left. You keep spinning the same way, kicking with the same leg. So now we're going to go to the left wall, kick it, boom, put it behind you. Last part, hardest part, spin. You're going to kick toward the front and then land your leg in the front. That's the tricky part. So you turn, swing this leg. Very good. Here, set it down. Your right knee is down. Your left knee is up, punching down with your right hand. That's a lot. Okay, so let's take our time. Finish it out. Samurai, set. Take a breath. Okay, so now what we're going to work on is the self-defenses. We're going to take a break from the form. We'll come back and visit that at a different time. We're going to work on all of self-defense number 18, and then it could be added on to number 19 on Tuesday. So I want to kind of revisit that, make sure it's still sharp in our brain. Okay, let's face with me one time, then we'll mirror it. So we're here. It's an outside block. 18 is outside. Okay, for 18, you're going to step back with your left foot, blocking with your right hand. Step back, block. Good. Grab onto the arm. Very good. You're going to take your left foot and step forward. Close that gap. Get behind them. Good. Almost like number 6, but not that close. And then from here, you will pivot and break the elbow using your forearm. Not using your hand, using your forearm. Good. This movement's very similar to star block set. Here, it's very similar. Also, somebody was really astute, and they reminded him of self-defense number 4. When you step in and knock it away, it's that same motion with the arm, just the opposite arm this time. Okay, one more time. So you step back with the left foot, block with the right hand, back hand's covering the body, grab the wrist, take your left foot and bounce it over to the side, and then as you pivot your body, you still have that hand, that arm in your hand, you'll then turn and then snap into the elbow. This is not a tap out, okay, so if somebody is punching you and helping you out there, you don't go and commit fully to that technique and hurt them. You stop short. Good, good. Okay, now number 19. Okay, this is your inside block. So you will step back with your right foot, block with your left hand, immediately drop straight down. I don't want you to advance into it. I want you just to drop your body weight right down. Boom, very good. Uppercut to the stomach or to the groin. Boom, hit them. And then as you rise back up, you will uppercut. Good, with your elbow. So your elbow comes up. Boom, nice job hitting him in the sternum or the chin. Then your right hand comes over to your left side so you can chop them in the side of their neck. Good. So you chop them. Boom. Very good. And from there you grab onto their collar and then you pull them down as you knee them in the stomach. Just like that. Very good. Sound effects included. Okay, one more time. Now I'm going to face you and we're going to do it together. Okay. And so from here, let's do 18 first. So you step back with that left foot, block with your right hand here, grab it, take your foot and just move forward like closer to me and over to the side. So I get closer to you, you get closer to me. Turn, hit the elbow with your forearm. Nice and strong, be careful. Very good. And then number 19 is an inside block. So you step back with your right foot, block with your left hand. Ready? Step back, block. Excellent job. Grab onto the wrist. So it's an inside wrist rotation. So I can grab it, I pivot and drop that knee down and uppercut. Good. And as I rise back up, now it's very important when you're doing this to not commit a lot of weight down. Though you're dropping down to an uppercut, your next movement is popping right back up. So make sure when you drop down, you stay on the ball of your back foot and your knee just kind of taps down. I don't want you to go flat and really commit to this knee because then it's harder to get back up. So instead, you just block, grab. As you drop, it's 1, 2, right back up, chop, grab, knee, set it right back. You got it. Okay, last time. Ready? Step back, block, grab, drop, upper, elbow, chop the side of their neck with the knife hand here, grab onto the collar, knee to the stomach, put them back down. Okay, very good. Okay, next thing we're going to work, okay, choke defense number 10. We're just going to visit it a little bit. This one's kind of tricky to kind of just ghost and do it with no one there choking, but it's okay. As long as we get the motions down, when we can actually apply the choke at a later date, we'll get it. Right now we just have to get the motion down, right? So what you're going to do when the choke is applied, you'll take your right hand, you're going to uppercut, good, uppercut the middle, your left hand will cap on top. And again, if their hands were choking you, this hand would go in between their hands, this hand would go on the outside of their arm, and then cap on top. It's almost like you're looping over their arm. From there, you then pull that hand to you. Good, so I pull them to me, which collapses this elbow on them and pins it to your body. You're trying to hold them to you. So it's 1, uppercut, 2, cap it, 3, pull it down, and then from here I take this other arm, good, and I'm going to almost like this big wave motion. I lift this arm up. Good, and I'm trying to, this part's kind of tricky to explain, but if their hands are like this, when I lift this elbow up, I'm going to turn my body with it up, and it's going to take this arm, and it's going to loop it on top of their other arm, which pins their arms together, because you're holding on to this arm, so their arm is stuck. And so then I loop this one over. If you can remember on choke defense number 4 and on number 5, when we pull the hand down and we raise the arm up, and then we step and turn our body really hard, right? So we use our armpit area to kind of loop over their arms to get their wrist to turn and to break that choke free of you, okay? And so what you're doing now is the same thing, but instead of using your whole arm, you're just using your elbow. Good? So from here it's 1, 2, 3, and again I'm trying to lift, almost like I'm doing number 4. I lift with this elbow, kind of like I'm trying to do this motion, but it's just with that. And then I step and I turn, and I end it with an elbow of my right arm. Good. One more time, a little more fluidly. Again, if there's no one there to choke you, it's okay. Just work it with me and try to get the motions down, and we'll work the choke at a later date. Uppercut, cap, pull it down, almost like you're trying to pull this into your body. Good. Keep it tight, but flare this arm up. As you flare this arm up, take your right foot, step it over, and then come back with an elbow of that same arm. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And again, you're imagining what your image should be in your brain is as you're doing this arm is, when it pops up, it's taking both of their arms and looping. You're not pulling your arms in between their arms. You're not trying to turn your body in between them. You're trying to take and stack up both of their arms on top. So I'm trying to lift this arm up and put it on top of the other arm. I lift up their arm and I loop it on top of their arm. That's going to be your goal there. Kind of use that, your imagination to kind of see that, and we'll work it. Okay, final thing we're going to work on is specifically that wheel kick that you do in Samurai Set. You do a lot of them go in different directions, so I'm going to take time before we can do that. We need to make sure that to make this easier, we're going to make sure that just the wheel kick itself is clean and strong. Okay, so step back with your foot. We're going to do our non-dominant side. Well, we're going to do our dominant side. You're going to use your right leg. That's probably your favorite leg. That's why Samurai Set's also extra tricky, is you're doing 4 wheel kicks with your left foot, and a lot of you guys aren't left-footed, and that's okay. So let's make sure our right foot can do it. All right, so we're here for your wheel kick. Okay, the most important thing, it's a back-legged kick, and you're spinning behind yourself. So you have to make sure you pivot those feet. Okay, what I have to make sure I do is I spin away from me, like I'm going to turn and run this way. That's what the thought your mind should have. You're turning and leaning on that back foot, okay? So when we do this, we're going to turn and lean onto that right leg. So we're heavy. We're flat on the right foot. See, I'm on the ball, and you can see my feet. I'm on the ball of my left foot. Keep your body rotating and look towards me. So now we're seeing each other. How you doing? High five. Good job. Now you're from here. It's tricky because I have to take this leg, my right leg, where all the weight is, and I have to push it off the ground. When you do that, don't let your body go with you. I don't want to see this. See how my back got closer to you? When you do that, your body stays here, and you just swing the leg around. Okay, that's the trickiest part to this, is making sure that as you're spinning, your body doesn't spin faster. Your body doesn't overspin. Okay, and again, right now, even if you can't get the kick down, just kind of pay attention to the little things that you make sure you're not supposed to do. Again, I'll show you. When you hear a lot of students, when they're doing this kick, they push so hard off this leg that they end up, watch my body really closely, it stands them straight up. And that's when that happens. They land really hard. Okay, so make sure your body leans. I'll show you from a different view. Okay, they spin, and the leg that kicks, they push so hard. Watch my body. It stands them up, and they fall. Okay, and also notice, were my eyes looking where they're supposed to go before I was kicking? No. That's another humongous thing I see a lot of with students that have trouble with their wheel kick, is they're so focused on trying to make the kick happen and trying to make their leg do what it's supposed to do they forget to look where they're going. It is very hard to confidently do anything with your eyes closed or not looking where you're going, right? And so make sure from here, I have to see what's going on so then I can put my foot on it. Good. If you pick this kicking leg up off the ground and spin it before your eyes get there, okay, it's going to be very hard to confidently put it anywhere. So if I see this and then you look, you're already kind of halfway to the ground. So instead, again, look over your shoulder, lean into it, lean away from what's happening so I can then kick my leg towards what's happening, all right? Those are your big cues when practicing your wheel kick, or your spin kick anyway. Any kind of spinning technique. You rotate away from the danger. It's a defensive kick. So if somebody's attacking me this way, I don't want to go into them with my back. I want to turn away from what's going on and then kick towards what's going on, okay? So again, those are kind of your cues. When you spin, lean back on that back leg. When you kick, stay leaning the other way. If you took, again, we took a snapshot of your leg right when it hit the target or right when you finish the kick, then you should look like the letter Y or the letter T, okay? This is what I mean. When I kick, if I slow it down and stop it right where I'm kicking, you kind of see how my body makes this Y motion. It doesn't lean towards it. I stay leaned away, good? So I can get extra height and distance and power and balance, which we're working on next week. Okay, so that'll kind of wrap it up. Working on your wheel kick, working on how it's supposed to feel, how it's supposed to look, where your eyes are supposed to be, how your foot's supposed to pivot. All those little things go into this kick. Okay, now if you don't get this kick right away, that's okay. A wheel kick is one of the more technical kicks. It's one of the harder kicks you're going to learn. So the time at which it takes to learn it, the amount of repetitions and practice in which it takes to learn it is going to be more than normal, which is kind of tough sometimes. When to this point, it's taken like 1 or 2 classes to get a kick down and you got it. And now for the wheel kick, maybe it takes 3, 4, 5, 6 classes or more. That's okay. That doesn't mean you're getting worse. That means your techniques are getting harder. So for you to get, to learn them, you're going to have to get better. And that's why we're here. We're not in a race. Okay, our goal is just to get a little bit better every single day. Okay, now if you have targets at home and stuff to kick, that helps. They're not mandatory, but it helps. Okay, if you would like to get parents, if you're kind of listening and you would like to get some other stuff, we get all stuff from Century Martial Arts. We have a code through Century Martial Arts that is it's a coupon code to help you guys get a little discount on things you would like to order, whether it's a big like our standing targets. You can get one of those, or you can get the big body shields, or you can get a small hand target, or you can get what's called a pork chop paddle, which like for the balance test coming up, those are super helpful. And so like we have the standing targets, you have, I call it a pork chop paddle. It's a double-sided target. You can also call it that. It's kind of easier to hold when you're doing kicks like that. You can also get a body shield or a regular small square target. All those things are applicable. The code is going to be CMA00398. CMA00398. I'll try to put that in the description here soon. If you have any questions on sizing or what exactly what could best help you and your child practice at home, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a Facebook message. We're here for you. I'm sorry I'm talking really fast. I'll slow down. But thank you so much for your training today. Again, next week is your balance week. So your primary concern, students, is make sure you're doing those balance kicks on both legs. Make sure you have a good leg and a great leg, not a good leg and a bad leg. And then make sure you're doing your stretches. Okay, make sure you're working your full splits every single day. Let's see how awesome we can get in the next 30 days. When we come back, we're able to come back in studio. We'll all have those full splits ready to rock. Okay? Thank you so much for your time today. You guys are making this a lot of fun for me. Thank you for commenting and kind of letting me know that you're training. That really motivates me to make sure I'm getting the best possible class out there for you guys. Okay? And bow. I miss you all. You are dismissed.